Young Cameron Cam Cade is watching his favorite football club, the San Antonio Saviors, win the league title. His thrill turns to dismay when his quarterback idol Isaiah White sustains a horrific, potentially career-ending injury while scoring the winning touchdown. Cam's father teaches that real men are prepared to make sacrifices. Years later, Cam's father passes away, and he is now a budding football player. Motivated by his family and girlfriend, he prepares for the league combine. Cam gets assaulted by a stranger dressed as a goat while practicing late on a vacant field, which resulted in a brain injury that jeopardizes his future career. Cam, motivated by his agent Tom, intends to attend the combine to compete for the Saviors quarterback position, despite the possibility of severe brain damage if he suffers another injury. Cam is overstimulated by his concussion and lashes out at his brother and Tom, eventually refusing to participate in the combine. Later, he receives a phone call from Tom. Tom subsequently explains that Isaiah is thinking about retiring and has offered to teach Cam for a week at a distant desert facility to prove he's a good successor. Cam accepts and heads down to camp, where he encounters rabid Isaiah fans who try to frighten him into replacing their idol. Cam surreptitiously obtains shots of Isaiah's blood, which he believes is an energy booster, and has frequent hallucinations of masked figures, which he blames on the concussion. Isaiah brings Cam to the practice drills. Cam is disturbed when one of the drills involves a man voluntarily standing in front of the football launching machine and taking numerous hits to the face before turning into a bloody mess. Cam is eventually placed in a hyperbaric chamber for an extended period of time, during which he experiences further hallucinations. While Cam relaxes in the sauna, a mad fan crawls out from nowhere. The fan attacks Cam, but he overpowers her. Cam is taken aback when Isaiah appears and kills her without emotion. As Cam attempts to leave, Isaiah's wife Elsie apologizes and seduces him. Cam wakes up the next morning to find Isaiah holding him at gunpoint and demanding to know if he and Elsie slept together. Isaiah mocks Cam for feeling guilty about his girlfriend, adding that winners are remorseless. What a nutjob. Elsie invites Cam to a private gathering where he will meet the Saviors proprietors. Marco, the team doctor, tells Cam to run upon leaving. The owners offer Cam an unusual red potion, which he consumes, unaware that it contains Isaiah's blood. Moments later, a bewildered Cam discovers Marco's severed skull in a plastic-lined room. Elsie consoles him as he loses consciousness. Cam subsequently awakens in an ice bath in Isaiah's compound, attached to an IV containing Isaiah's blood. He tears out the IV and tries to get up, but he is too weak. Cam crawls to a table full with drugs. He notices a syringe with the word "run" scribbled on it. Marco whispered this phrase. Cam injects himself with the syringe without hesitation, and thankfully his strength returns. Cam walks around seeking for Isaiah. He finds him in a room laying down. Cam walks over and grabs a jagged trophy, intending to kill Isaiah, but he encounters. Cam discovers Isaiah watching a video of cheering fans. Isaiah exposes the true purpose of the training all along. For the last few generations, the Saviors have executed a rite in which the new quarterback consumes his mentor's blood and learns their skills, resulting in a duel to the death between the mentor and the student for the position. Isaiah is not willing to give up football just yet and begins to attack Cam, bragging about being the GOAT. Cam finally knocks Isaiah down and smashes him to death with his helmet. Cam steps out of the building and onto an open field with disguised cheerleaders, the Saviors team, Elsie and Tom. They are prepared to have Cam sign away his life so that he might become the next GOAT. This causes Cam to understand that the Saviors owner knew his father and that this was planned a long time ago in order to bring Cam here to hell. Sorry, I mean camp. Wow. Cam decides not to sacrifice his time with his loved ones. The GOAT mascot attempts to kill Cam with a sword, but Cam dodges and steals Malik's weapon, smashing his skull with it. Elsie tries to go after Cam with a knife, but she trips and falls throat first into it. Cam takes the sword and slaughters the proprietors, particularly the main boss who has his head whacked off after threatening Cam's family. Cam saves Tom, but he is drawn into a pentagram and a demonic force forces him to explode. Cam, now coated in blood, strides out of the field, delighted. Thanks for watching. If you like quick recaps like these, please don't forget to like or subscribe to help the channel grow.